Hi there, my name is Dr. Katie Lynch, and I'm the chair of the Sam Draper Honors Program at Rockland Community College. In this short video, I will explain the different kinds of courses that RCC will be offering in the fall 2020 semester. Due to COVID-19, 90% of the courses that the college offers in fall 2020 will be remote or online. That means that they will be taught online in some format, but those formats do vary, and that's what I'm here to explain. I've opened a page on RCC's website, and you can see the link up here if you would like to look at it yourself, that explains the different kinds of classes that the college will offer, and it also includes some really important links to various resources about registration. So if we scroll down a little bit, we see that some courses will be offered in person, and when a course is offered in person, it will be designated in self-service, that's RCC's computer system, with a building and a room number, and I'll show you an example of that soon. The other courses are remote and online. Remote and online courses can either be synchronous or asynchronous. A synchronous course means that you meet with the professor at designated times and days of the week. So for example, you might meet via video conferencing with your professor on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, 9 to 9:50. You might meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 4:15. Those are synchronous courses when your professor will be in front of their computer, expecting you to be in front of your computer at the same time, and they will use some kind of web conferencing software, such as Zoom or Google Meet, or more commonly, Blackboard Collaborate, which is housed within RCC's learning management system, Blackboard. Blackboard is available through My RCC. It's one of the most prominent icons that you'll see when you log in. An asynchronous course is different. An asynchronous course does not meet at dedicated times or days of the week. But the course does have deadlines, and it will be organized into modules that you need to complete on your own. So for example, the first module of your course might be due on September 15th. That means that you have until September 15th to complete all of the work in that module. You'll need to do a very good job of self-directing and guiding your own learning. Your teacher will put many resources up for you. They will have a clear syllabus with course expectations. They will have a course calendar. They will have various and sundry videos and texts and problem sets and quizzes and other activities for you to do. But if you want to do them at 2 in the morning, you sure can. You don't have to meet with your professor at any particular time, and there's no built-in web conferencing mechanism for an asynchronous course. So an asynchronous course is best for a learner who really does a good job of keeping an eye on themselves and making sure that they get their work done in a timely fashion in accordance with all of the deadlines. You can always email your professor in any of these kinds of courses, and I'll show you how to find the email addresses for your faculty in just a few minutes. Now on self-service, and I'm going to click over to that tab, these courses all look a little bit different. So I'm going to do a search on self-service for a course to give you an example. Let's say that you need to register for English 101. And so in the subject field, we type ENG, or we scroll down until we find English. The course number is 101, and then 2 zeros on the end of it, 10100. And then we will hit search. We see we've got 64 classes. There's a lot of different options. So let's look at the different kinds of courses that are being offered. First of all, it's all the same course. It's English 101. Each section has a different number. The title of the course is the same. They're all 3 credits. The differences are in the instructor and in the meeting times of the course. So these columns here can be adjusted just like in a Google Sheet or an Excel spreadsheet. If we pull the meeting times column over to the right, what we see is that we will learn more information about when the course begins and ends and about whether it is synchronous or asynchronous. The first 4 options here have all white days of the week. That means the course is asynchronous. So it does not meet at dedicated times and dedicated days of the week. But a synchronous course, or a course that meets in person, will have certain days blocked off. So for example, here, Professor Spate is teaching a course on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 to 12:15. He's teaching it online through Blackboard, but it is a synchronous course because you see that these 2 days of the week are highlighted. So that means that you will need to log in to My RCC and then into Blackboard shortly before 11 a.m. each Tuesday and Thursday to join Professor Spate through video conferencing using Blackboard Collaborate. Okay? Now, if we scroll forward a little bit and we move towards some later sections of the course, what you're going to see is some of these classes actually do meet in person. So here, for example, these last 3 offerings on this page, they all say class instead of online Blackboard. And then they offer a building, Academic 2, which is on campus, and a room, 2115, which is in Academic 2, on the first floor, room 15. And then, of course, they specify the rest of the information, such as the start date. This class requires you to come to campus. And as a result, if we scroll over even more, we see that the course has been capped at 8 people because we need to be socially distant in the classroom. So as you're registering for courses, make sure you pay attention to whether the course is remote, like this one here taught by Professor Vandenberg, where it's going to be synchronous because it's Tuesday and Thursday are highlighted from 1:30 to 2:45, or whether the course will be in a classroom building where you'll have to come to campus, or whether the course will be like the first ones we saw, asynchronous, where you need to be very diligent about doing the work in Blackboard, RCC's learning management system, on your own time by the deadlines provided. Now, in each case, you can always email your instructor for more information. So if you are in any way confused about how to attend course on the first day of class, then you would click on the name of the professor and you will find their email address here. When you write to them, just make sure that you are being polite. Dear Professor Fuentes, you would say, I am a little confused about how I should begin my work in our course. That's the kind of message that you'd like to write to your faculty members so that you have mutual respect with them. Finally, as you are looking at this schedule, what you'll notice is that the start date for most classes is 9/1/2020. I just want to call your attention to the fact that there are certain courses that have a start date later than that. So some of our Flex Term 2 courses begin in October. And so when you are paying attention to the start date, make sure that you have noted whether your course begins in September or whether it begins in October. As you get close to the first day of class, your Blackboard courses will open 1 week in advance. That means that until we reach that 1 week in advance of September 1st, you won't be able to access your courses in Blackboard. But starting 1 week from September 1st, you'll be able to go in and explore some of your courses, and you might find that useful to do before the first day of class. Also, make sure that you pay very close attention to the instructor's syllabus. That syllabus is a contract with you. It will have a lot of important information, and your instructor wants you to read every single word very closely. For example, the attendance policy will be spelled out there. So will some of the assignments or expectations about how you'll be graded. So do make sure that at every time you go into a new course, you look at your syllabus and understand the expectations for that class. Be in contact with your professor if you have any questions. Thanks very much for listening. Stay safe. Have a great day.